So what I'm just trying to do here is for us to see the differences between the co-pilots and co-pilot charts, right? M35 Copilot and the Copilot charts. So let me check this other one if it's ready yet. I'll just quickly come here and bring up this. All right. So if you look at this, right, you will see that I have work and I have web, right, in this particular one. So where I will have work and web license. So for the other one, let me look for it quickly. I think it should be fully loaded now. Where are you? Yeah, for this one, I don't have the work and web here. So this is the M35. This is the co-pilot chart that comes with every organization that has the M35 subscription. So it's still loading, but if I want to query it to say something about my calendar, let's say it should just go into my mailbox to check the emails that I've not attended to, right? So check the emails I have not attended to. So what happens here, right, is going to tell me that it does not have access to my mailbox, right? That I should specify. So this is going to give me an error. I mean, it's not like going to give me an error, but it's not going to give me the response I need. The reason is because this is not working with the Microsoft Graph to understand to understand what is happening across my applications, right? It is not integrated with it. So this is just only focused on the chart base, so it's not going anywhere. So if I do this, for example, you would see that it is not going to give me stuffs anywhere. So it will tell me I can't access your email, but I can help you find out. Let me zoom in a bit and so you can see it. So it's saying I can't access your mailbox, right? But I can help you figure out what email you haven't attended to if you can provide one of the following: a file like a CSV or Excel export of your inbox, a screenshot of the email, a list of the email subject or sender you want to review. So this guy is limited to only chat. It does not have the handshake with my M365 application because it is Microsoft Graph is saying that it does not have that level of access to my mailbox, right? So if I want to do another one to say what is my calendar for the day, calendar for the week, I'm also copying this, right? So if I do this, it's not going to go anywhere because it is just the chat bot. This is the free version. What is it saying? I can't access or organize your week schedule if you want, right, or something related. This is because this is the co-pilot charts. So what am I saying? It is the co-pilot charts, right, that I have here. But the M365 Copilot, the Microsoft 365 Copilot, is the Copilot chart plus other stuff. So I will minimize this and then let's repeat the same prompts here. Now we'll try the first prompt. The first prompt is saying check my emails and check the emails I have not attended to. So if I do this, it will go cheat and then it will come back with a different result entirely because this time there is handshake between them, right? So let's just have it come back. So you already can see that it is going into my mail and then it is coming out with result to say you have several unread emails that may need your attention. Here is a summary of the key theme and the urgency of your emails. It's still bringing them out. So I may just stop it at this point because it's taking too much, because I have a lot of emails I've not attended to on this mailbox. So you can see that with the same prompt, right? Check the email I have not attended to. So it's bringing up all of this, summarizing the details because it has access to my mailbox. But the Copilot chat is not so because it does not have that permission. Now, if I put in the second one, the second prompt, I prompted that one that said, "What is my calendar for the week?" Let's see what this is going to do. So I also go ahead and stop this, right? Because I know I also have a lot of meetings. But what I'm trying to say is that you can see this. Okay, I will search for the meeting this week. You have 6 meetings scheduled this week. Today by 12 p.m. to 2, you had Microsoft Copilot and AI organized by this person. Tomorrow is Sunday, you have one TMCC project stream by 4 p.m. organized by this, and then it will just go on and on to separate them. But you see, remember the experience we had with this one. This one said, I cannot access your calendar directly. This is because Microsoft Graph does not give this guy permission to go there. So the only way you can get there is if he has the license requirement for M35. So with that explanation, I'm sure that you'll be able to differentiate between I want you to be able to differentiate here. And that is one, the M365 and O365, right? Differences, and then the difference between Copilot charts and Microsoft 365 Copilot. Haven't said this, please. Just to wrap up, is the next one that the good thing about the Microsoft chat is that you can respond to questions and nobody is going to flog you if you get it wrong. You can go back to it again. And what is this one saying? What is M365? A cloud-based subscription service that consists of apps and services such as this, then world-class security and more. This one is saying that is a cloud-based service that automatically creates a new type of Windows virtual machine, and this one is saying is a one-time purchase for innovation. So already we had said that it is a subscription-based module. So this is going to be the answer to this. So what's the next question saying? How many questions do we have here? The next question is saying, what is hybrid work? A work model that only support traditional in-person office work. And then this is saying a work model that only support remote offsite. Hybrid work is a model that supports a combination of traditional in-person office and remote offsite. Maybe this is the answer. So we'll just pick this. And then the next one is saying, what is the purpose of M365 in era of hybrid and flexible work? What is it? To limit employees' choice of workspace? I'm not sure that is it. To empower only information workers to work remotely? I'm not sure that is the answer. To provide digital tool for all workers to connect, collaborate, and be productive? This is the answer I'm thinking it is. Then what is M35 Copilot and how does it help users? Right. So a new social media platform developed by Microsoft, which is not looking like the answer. A new game developing, it is not. An AI powered tool, right? So we can submit this request now and see what we are scoring there. And this is saying that we'll have scored 100%. So this is based off on what we have said already. So it's not going to be like a separate thing entirely. So you can go to next, and when you go to next, that speaks more about what we have said already. So for those preparing for exams, which is going to be the last day is 21st of May for those who got Microsoft at 50 and CloudFest Challenge vouchers. So we use this to wish you well in your exam. And if you have questions that you want to ask the team here, we're always available. You can ask us, and I'll be happy to respond to your questions. So, Frank, that's going to be the conclusion of my session. I really apologize for taking too much time to treat this.
No problem. Well done. Well done. And anybody want to catch up with last week's one, Joseph has it on his website. And Amy Diamond is just after joining, and we have Stephen there as well. So, Amy, you want to share your screen with us? You're on mute there as well, Amy. And we, yeah, cool. You have some new stuff
Frank,
for
can
us
you hear
today?
me?
Yep, we can hear you there, Amy. You have some new stuff for us today?
Frank?
So just share your screen with us there. So,
Yeah, but can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah, can hear you
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
Okay, I'll remove my background. Maybe it will help. So I'll share something new that actually I found out today,
Okay,
and I
cool.
posted it on LinkedIn. So I'm clicking on share screen. Wait. Oh, here we go. Share screen. Entire. Okay.
Yep,
Are
I can see.
you? Do you
Yeah,
see my screen?
yep, can see your screen there now. Yep.
Okay. So as I mentioned, the Office 365 or the Microsoft 365 has a new interface, and as you can see, you have the search and the chat, and the agents, and creating agents, and the notebook, and you could also create all kinds of images, and you can pin here some apps. What I want to show you is two quick tips. First of all, um, I don't know if you noticed, but this microphone has started to appear, and it only appears actually when we're on the web. Oh, sorry, on before, this microphone would not appear at all. Now it exists both in web and in work. And the cool thing is that instead of typing manually, let me know yeah, what is open for me today. What I can do is just dictate. So this feature exists in other Office applications like Word or Outlook. Now it's in the chat. I did not see it in the mobile, but what I can do is now uh, show me all of the open items I have today, including mails that are important to me. So what's even nice, I need to stop this, that actually corrected what I wrote. At first, it made this to mail, and it changed it to mail, mail, and it changed it to mail like a Outlook mail. But as you see, we can use the dictate to instead of typing, you can use your voice, and then actually it will let you well type it by yourself, and then actually you will see the prompt. The second thing I want to show you is actually a new feature that just showed up, and actually what I want to show you is it's possible to schedule prompts. That means that you can decide that if it's a very useful prompt, you want it to run once a day, once a week, or depends what day of the week and what time. So if you look at actually this prompt, if I go to the top or to the bottom, you will see schedule this prompt. You also hear this clock, which is schedule this prompt. So here actually you can, it tells you you will get the result on the Copilot chat. It actually will show it here in the conversation with a green dot. You can decide the repeating of the prompt, from when does it start, at what time, what is the frequency, daily, weekly, or monthly, um, what days of the week, and you see changes here. So um, it when if I mark Monday, it will put Monday, and it also takes in consideration the number of times you want to run it. So the minimum is 1 time, and the maximum is 15 times. So if I take daily, and it will calculate actually 15 days from today. Today is the 14th of June, so until the 28th. This is the end of the repeating. As we said, we define where it will the results be. Um, when will it start? At what time? What type of period? What days? The occurrency. And once we click save, we will get to a status. Uh, Here you see all of my prompts that are scheduled. You see this is with a running. This is active. Also, these are active. And if you want to edit them, you can either run now, or to turn it off, or to delete it totally. So because we don't have time, I'll tell you that once, if I run it, let's say for in the next 10 minutes, actually, and it's ready, I'll get the notification here with a green arrow. Um, Now, if I want to see the status of all of the prompts I have that are scheduled, I can go one by one and check each one of those. A second possibility is actually just to go to the 3 dots. And as you see, I have scheduled prompts, and here I can see everything. So instead of going to each one separately and editing the prompt, I can just go to the 3 dots and click edit prompt. Um, this currently, I just received it today, and my user is a targeted release, so it's currently not GA or general available, but it should come to everyone, and hopefully you enjoy using both the dictation and the schedule when it gets to your tenant. I'm I'm through, and
Very
I
good.
pass it the microphone to the next person.
That's actually very
Okay.
good.
I mean, that's a nice discovery, but I'm just thinking, what's the use case for scheduling of chat of prompts? I'm just thinking what the use case can be.
I suppose if you're out of the
To
office,
schedule a
or
prompt, let's say remind me to wake up every day at 7 in the morning, or remind me.
you can set an
What's
alarm
that?
clock like on your. You could set it as an alarm clock on your laptop to turn on or something like that.
Yeah, I think
No, but
I don't know.
anything you want to, any repetitive thing that you want to do, um, you can set a reminder instead of putting it in Outlook, or setting a meeting or something. So, and you don't want to create an agent or something. So it's just something that you can, um, an action you can do automatically.
Makes sense. Makes sense for morning tasks. Let's say, for example, someone comes to the
Seems
office
like the
to check
network is not that good.
pending emails, right? You can always write prompts. So just save that every morning. You just go check by 9 to see the prompts that I mean the emails that are pending your response, and you can just start from there. I think that can be a very nice use case for that.
Yeah. Stephen, do
Yeah.
you want to share your screen there with us?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I think I wanted to say about the prompt. I don't know what's just like what Joseph said though. So it might be like different people have like different reason if they really want to have make use of most of, like especially like here in the West House you see that there's so much love it. So I can schedule my prompt. Oh wow, okay, that's it. At times some people do is to make life easy for them, and everybody with, I think, with different reason why they think they should maybe make use of it. And yeah, maybe it depends on maybe the customers also when they complain to Microsoft, okay, let's give it to them, let's see how it goes. Yeah. All right, so good evening everyone. So I'm just going to share something briefly which will take like just 10 minutes or thereabout. Let me just share my screen. Share screen. Okay. And, uh, okay. So I don't know. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah. So what I just want to show, like just share this evening, is talk about the on the Microsoft 365 admin portal. So when you want to assign a role to uh, users, or want to assign a role to like an admin role, or for you to able to do their job. So when you come here, when you go to your admin, you come up here, you have your roles, then you click on your roles assignment. So now, before you assign that roles, just like if you come up here, we see like this is what the roles can do and things like that. So let's assume I want to assign a security role to someone. So if I come up here, security administrator, uh so if I come up here it's going to tell me that this is what the person is going to have control over: control organization security, manage security policy, review security analytics and reports, monitor the threat landscape. So here it's going to tell you. So, but before you assign that role to somebody, there's something that is called run as. So that run as make you to see how that role is going to work for that particular person before you can now assign the role to that particular user, which is known as a run has. So the run has make you to look at that role, how that role is going to work. Because at times in the industry, so people will say that, oh no, when you want to do this, oh, you give this person this role or this role. Somebody will say, oh no, is this role that will work out. So to just avoid such argument, that you just come before you even assign the role to that person, or if you have a test user, you can also apply to the test and see how it works. So you can come up here on the role here. Let's say I want to apply this security role, and then you now see run as. See, so this said view and test the admin center as a security role. So it will make you to view and see how the person you are going to assign that role to, how it's going to work before you now assign it to that particular fellow. So if I click on this one here now, it's going to take me to a different tab. So if you look at this environment here, I'm not in my admin environment, even though you are seeing as saying Microsoft 365 admin. But if you look at here, you can see you have exits run as. Okay, so then if you come up here, so you definitely know that this is what that particular person will have access to. Have access to users, guest users. But if you come to this user here, let's say, oh, somebody is saying, if you assign this role to this person, the person will be able to reset password. We'll come up here and click on it and see, can this person really reset password? So if you look at it now, you see there's no password reset. So it means that this role will not allow this person to, will not give that person access to reset password. So you can see password reset is not even there. You can only view, which is I think most of what this security administration role does at times. Things you can do and things you cannot do. So this run has makes you to look at this role. So if you come up here, show all. So this is what this person is going to have access to: security, Microsoft Purview, identity. You can see you can check the health, service health. You can come up here under where you have the domain, see some other things here. Here you can go to the settings, domain, the person can see, but they can't carry out like you want to add a domain. This person cannot add a domain. This with this role, you can see there's no even space, there's no any option to be able to add that domain. So if you come up here again under guest, deleted guest, you can see deleted guest. So let's see if we can restore any deleted guest here. You see it's not able to uh, do that. So if you come to teams again, teams and group, you can view and let's see, can it create? No, it can't create. Okay, so that is one beauty of this because that is what I do. Like when I'm studying for, like presently I'm studying for my MS 102 exam. So at times when I read about the roles, I'll just come up here, then use the run house and then see what this person, what uh, access the person is going to have with such kind of role. So I think as that run has is actually very, very important. You can see it's showing you said run has security administrator. You can see it now I'm highlighting it at the top there. Okay. So this is it allows you to do that. So you can see that this is what this person with that role has. So if I finish, I can come up here and say exit run has. It takes me back. If I want to I want to check, let's say Teams administrator, I can come up here and type my Teams administrator role and then come up here, click on it, and then click on my run as. You see? So when I click on the run as, you see, come up here, show all. You can see what the person has only to these teams. You can see if you come up here, users, active users, you see, you come up here, you can also reset password. You cannot reset password. The user, you can see them. If you come up here, you can check the report, the adoption score. If you come up here, the health, you can see the health service with this Teams administrator role. So this run has gives you that capability to check to see the roles, to see what this person will have access to, if that is what you really want the person to have access to. So before you can now assign that role to that person. Now that user, like I said, let's the first one I did now, I have a particular user here. So let me click on this. Sorry, let me go back to this first one I did, security administrator. So like I said, when you click on it, you click on run has. So we have seen that this is what this person has from this run has. Now let me log in with a particular user that I've assigned this role to see if truly this is what the person is going to see. So I'll just come up here. Let me click on my incognito mode, and then I'm just going to pick a particular user I have in my tenant. I'll just go to my admin. Yeah, and come up here. I'll log into that user. I just hope you allow me to log into this user and then put in the password. Yeah, I'll put in the password of that user, click on sign in, and then think my authenticator. Just gonna allow it to go in, put in the matching number. So, and I think that should take me in.
Can you
So,
explain what the compare role means? Does it also do something, the compare role?
sorry, say that again.
I saw there's run as and also compare.
Yeah.
What does the
I'm still coming
compare
back to
do?
that. Yeah. I'm coming back to that one now.
Okay.
Yeah. I also come back to that. Thank you, Finance. Thank you. I'm coming back to that now. So now, so if you come here now, this is show all. We can see that it's the same
I
thing.
guess I
Look
guess
at
that screen is not the one you have here, so you may want to pull that over.
oh okay. Sorry. Okay. Let me see. Do I have to stop it and start again? So, uh, sorry. Okay, no, let me share my screen again. Sorry about that. So let me just share entire screen so it will be better that way. Okay, so I believe, can you see the screen now? Can you see my screen now?
I'm adding it already. Yeah, it should be up now. It's up
Okay,
now,
yeah,
please.
okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. So I just log in now with that particular user. So if you come up here, this is this user here. Let me go back to my admin tenant. Let me go back to this. So now can you see now this is the security administrator role. Can you see now this is what this person will have access to? Okay. If I go back to my tenant, I come up here, my user. So this is the user here, Ade Moses. He has this particular role, which is the security administrator role. You can see he has it there. So and you can see from run house, you can see this is what that particular it told us this person will have, and this is what it's actually having. So I log in with that user. You can see the active user. If you click on it, can it reset password? No, it cannot reset it. So now I've now applied that role to that user directly because I've seen what access this person is going to have by using that run as role. So you can see that. So this is what this person can see as a security administrator. Okay, so that's for that. Let me go back to my yeah. So this is my tenant back here. So if I go back to this my role, yeah, I was about to talk about that one. So this one, if you come up here now, let's say now we have compare roles. Now that compare roles now makes you to see which may let you make you to see that, okay, like let's say if I have like security administrator, I have teams administrator, and I have report reader. I want to compare those three roles. I want to see what and what if I apply that role to someone, what and what that person can have access to. So I can simply come up here and compare to see if really what I want is what that person is going to be having if I give them that particular role. So here, let me say I have conditional access administrator, and let me come up here. Let me look for teams administrator. Yeah, this is teams administrator, and then let me open report reader report reader role. Yeah, report reader role. So now I've selected three roles. Now I want to compare them. So if I click on this compare roles here now, so you can see what is going to, hold on, I think it's not showing me. Hold on. Sorry, let me go back. uh
Maybe you just pick closely related
yeah,
roles.
you
Maybe you
said,
just pick teams. Maybe you just pick closely related roles like
yeah,
teams
let me do
administrator,
that.
teams
Yeah,
communication administrator, and maybe just go to teams and then you can see like three different roles under
yeah,
teams.
okay. Yeah, so let me just go to Teams. So let me do that one. Okay, so I have
So
Teams
there's teams,
administrator, and
there's teams
then let me
communication,
use
teams communications, and then teams
Teams
telephonic. Yeah.
communication and Teams. Yeah. So if I click on these three roles now, this particular three roles now, if I now click on compare, so here you can see now you have the Teams administrator, you have the Teams communication support, and you have the Teams communication support specialist. So if you click on here, you can see the permission they have. This one has read basic property on all resources in the M365 environment. The Teams administration has that. This has that. This one has that. So if you can manage all aspects of Sky for business, the Teams administrator, we have permission to that. The Teams communication support engineer, we have access to that. And the Teams communication support specialist, you also have access to that. Then if you scroll down, you can see that this particular one, this is where it's own. Stop here. Can you see it now? So here, if you go down again, you can see the Teams administrator has more permission. to do things than every other uh role person. So you can see, so that's what the compare role does. Okay, so it make you to compare, and then you can also export it. This is actually good for, like, if you need to explain something to people, maybe like in your team, so you can just export the comparison rule and then maybe send it as a PDF or something like that, so they can have it and say, okay, if the manager is comfortable that, okay, I want to apply, I want to give this permission to this XYZ person, so are you comfortable with me doing that? So this is what this person will have. This is what this person will be able to do, and everything like that. So yeah, so that is what the compare roles also does. So I think these are actually very handy. I find it very handy because, especially if we are trying to just quickly test something before, if you don't want to apply it on the user, so you can test it and then see how it's going to work before you can now apply those roles to the users. So yeah, I think that's all I just have to say for
So
now.
yeah, Steven, I just want to make comment. Thank you so much for this exciting
Yeah, thank you.
exposure. So, but
Yeah,
just note that if you select up to 4 roles, you cannot compare. The compare option will be grayed out. So the maximum you can compare
it's
is
three.
3. Yes,
Yeah,
so that's just to mention. If you put the fourth one, the compare will go. And then
yeah,
for the run as, remember that if you are not a global administrator, you will not be able to do that.
yeah,
That's again something to mention.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Sure. Thank you for that.
all
Yeah.
right. Thank you. It's a
All
nice
right.
one, Steven. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone. Yeah.
thanks very much for that.
Is
Yeah.
is the run as a new feature, or it has been there for
No, I
a
think
couple
I
of
think it
years?
has been there. Yeah, it has been there for a while. People don't really. So I think I find it very handy for me because when I'm actually reading for my exam, so I just, when they talk about a particular rule, I say, okay, let me just test and see how it works. If truly, yeah, yeah.
So,
So
Stephen, I think one of the things I have issues with the runners is it's only M35 admin center you can evaluate. It doesn't go across to other admin centers.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
another
That's
thing.
that's yeah.
Mm.
Yes, yes, yeah, right.
Okay, so well done. Nice one. I wish you success in your MS 102.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so guys, we're kind of gone over the live, but we were broadcasting out through 4 LinkedIn channels and 3 YouTube channels and Facebook as well. So well done, guys, getting a big reach. So I'm just going to end the live stream. We'll be back here again next week. Thanks everyone for your input, Amy, Stephen, Joseph.
Yeah. Have a good week. Peaceful.